What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to the 562.org. It's Tyler, and this cross-country video is brought to you by the fine folks at Naples Rib Company, and all of our cross-country coverage is sponsored by Joe Carlson and Debbie Hughes. Thank you to our sponsors, and it was a blustery day out at Heartwell Park. Get your Claritin out as the Moore League cross-country finals are set to take place. We're all running for a fancy set of shoes. I hope those come in like a 12 and a half. Everybody loves a trophy, and the Milliken boys looking to retain the trophy for the first time in 40 years, but they're without Max Ramirez. Their top runners won the first two league meets. He's out injured, so other guys going to have to step up for the Rams. As you can see, we are off and underway in the boys varsity race, and at the beginning, Jordan and Compton out first, but there's a wall of Rams staying together, and you would see that blue wall continue throughout this race. As you come around the backside of the course, all 7 Rams in the top 10, along with Lakewood's Gabriel Rojas in there, along with a trio of Wilson Bruins here in the early stage of the race. And on the second loop, it still looks like that Milliken training run. Brandon Hinojosa Garcia, Aiden Ransom, and Jack Brown are the top 3 in that order right there. But you can see it's all in a big pack still at this point, and just waiting for someone, probably a Milliken runner, to kind of break loose out of this pack. And as we run along Carson, it's those 3 starting to separate, along with Rojas and Wilson's Tommy Pinkerley right behind, as it's kind of like the top 5 pulling away. And as we come down to the finish, it's Ransom and Brown battling it out, and Brown is gonna have the kick. What can Brown do for you? He can win at the line, 15-29 to 15-30, as Milliken goes 1-2. Jack Brown followed by Aiden Ransom, as those two give each other some love after a hard-fought race. Hinojosa Garcia in third for Milliken, 15-38. Rojas in fourth for Lakewood at 15-41. Pinkerley fifth, 15-48 for the Wilson Bruins. Then 2 more Rams, Lucas Lindsay and Jack Walsh, as Milliken had 5 of the top 7. Noah Chun in 8th, leading Poly, all those sub-16. Lucas Crockett in 9th for the Rams, who had 6 of the top 9 finishers. Lakewood's Mickelson Reyes is in 10th. Poly's Julian Wary, followed by Wilson's Cash and Wyland Obando. Then Poly's Archie Byram and Anthony Hernandez wrap the top 15. But salute to Milliken as they cruise to another Moore League title. Now the girls' race. Wilson won at El Dorado, but has had Poly looking over their shoulder ever since. The Jackrabbits, the 3-time defending champs, led by junior Avery Peck in the middle. And Nadia Mejia sampling the eyewear. She won this race last year for Milliken, now hoping to lead Wilson to a title in this race. And as we're off and running, Mejia immediately gets out to the front with 2 Averys right behind her, and we see a lot of Poly and Wilson jerseys towards the front of the pack at the beginning, which is exactly what we expected. As we hit the bridge for the first time, you can see Mejia is in front, but Peck is gaining fast as they run past the gallery of fans here, and you can see Avery right on her tail at this point going up that hill. And those two were basically hip to hip as we go back up the bike path. And you can see Jackrabbits and Bruins just kind of pairing off. And winning these battles means winning the league, and every runner knows that. On that perimeter loop, you can see Peck taking the lead. She said she wasn't really trying to make a move here. She was just running her race and was going faster, and so she just went ahead and grew her lead as she goes through the crowd there. And good news for Poly, Alexa Hernandez-Lujan is in third, and freshman Sienna Young now in fourth for the Jackrabbits. So Peck really pulling all of the Jackrabbits forward. Along Carson, Avery, number 1 in the pecking order. And now as we look back to the chase pack, you can see Hernandez-Lujan is closer to Mejia than Mejia was to Peck at this stage. And Avery with a big lead, now just racing the clock. She won as a freshman on this course and was a runner-up last year running at 18:33. And as we pull back and you see the clock, she's a lot faster than that. She dropped 66 seconds off last year's mark, winning this race in 17:27. An impressive showing for the junior. And Poly goes 1-2 as Hernandez-Lujan overtakes Mejia in the final 400 to snag silver in 17:53. Mejia third, 17:57 for Wilson, but a huge run for the senior to PR in her final league race and take second. Poly had 3 of the top 4. Young is in fourth, 18:36. Wilson sophomore Avery Ericart fifth, 18:44. Stephanie Garcia Hernandez in sixth for Poly at 18:52. The top 6 all go sub-19. Then it's Wilson's Riley Jones in 7th. Milliken's Emma Booth and Dolly Ramirez go 8-9, just ahead of Wilson's Juanita Shotwell in 10th. Poly's Emmy Chun in 11th, Milliken's Jocelyn Jimenez in 12th, as Polly is able to win the team scoring. Shout out to the all Moore League runners, your top 14 for boys varsity, and the trophy is staying at Milliken, the Rams' first title defense since 1984 in boys cross country. And as Avery Peck gets the championship medal, you see the top 14 in girls varsity. And as I mentioned, Polly celebrating its fourth consecutive league title. They had to work for it this year, but they got it done at Heartwell. Couple of exciting races here to end the Moore League cross country season, but there is CIF coming up around the corner. You want coverage of that and all other Long Beach sports, you got to stay right here at the562.org.